From Israel and Hamas problems to Jackie standing with Rhodesia to the, well, trans shooter manifesto. This week's been a bit odd in news. And yeah, I know, I'm mentioning things that happened while I was on hiatus because, well, Jackie was on hiatus because Jackie moved to a very secluded place that none of you will ever make it to. Yeah, I'm already training the local cryptids to attack people that come anywhere near my property. As you do. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna opine on this. This is not really talking about the story behind me. Um, but yeah, Steven Crowder released 3 pages of the Trans Manifesto Diary. It was leaked to him via, well, via the normal means. However, it's not that I really want to talk about, mostly because YouTube would can my channel in 5 minutes if I talk about it, but it's the censorship thereof. Crowder's video was removed from YouTube a day after posting this. Google decided to throttle information stating that it was changing rapidly. Yes, new information constantly coming out. I'm going to have to fix my camera in a minute. Beyond this, Facebook, Meta, whatever the fuck they want to call themselves this week, completely throttled the information to the point that sharing it would get you flagged on Messenger. Yeah, sending a private message would get you flagged on So, what's the argument against alt tech again? Remember, I am the most accessible VTuber in the world. I am on so many different platforms just because I know eventually I will be canned from one. But that's just how it goes, right? That's how you have to be in the modern world. That being said, I completely disagree with Twitch's new fucking TOS. The fact that I can't multi-stream if I'm a partner is retarded. That's right, Twitch. I called you fucking retarded. Ban me already. But beyond that, this is information that in any other case, had it not been as politicized, because trans person. And take in mind, I don't blame trans people for a shooting. I blame mental illness. Yeah, I'm a pro-gun rights activist. I also don't have a problem with trans people. I could care less what you identify as. Doesn't bug me. But when it comes down to this, I wanted to know the motivations. I wanted to know exactly what was going on in her head, because that often helps the public know why something happened. And the constant backlash against this is just odd to me because it seems to be, oh, well, we need to protect this person because protected class. You're not a protective class. You're a privileged class at that point. Because if I was to go out and commit a shooting on this scale, I guarantee you any writings I had wrote, all of my YouTube channel, everything would be public scrutiny. Not that I ever would. Mass shootings are bad, Joe. Don't kill people. In fact, we need to love each other a little bit better. Jackie's sage words of wisdom. This is what they call a mid-roll ad. Remember, you can support me and my team via donating to me and our various projects, as well as supporting us by sharing the stories that we're putting out on Substack, the content we create on YouTube and various other media sites, and, well, just shouting us out to your friends. Before anybody asks about why there's been sudden changes in a lot of things I do, well, I realized that doing this solo hasn't been very indicative or helpful to me. So I had to join a crew. And what better way of joining a crew than, well, just outright joining this whole new experiment. Anyways, remember guys, support me via Patreon, subscribe, Star Strike, and various other ways to continue this ball rolling, as well as check out our other projects, because Children of Cynical Kin will continue to move forward with new ideas, new perspectives, and some crazy personalities. We always want to expand, and expansion is completely controlled by you. We do occasionally take sponsors, but we're very, very cynical on that. Love you guys. Now back to the video. Never mind the video of President Biden and Xi Jinping meeting in China or the US. I'm not really sure. I haven't been paying attention to what I haven't been paying attention to what the invalid in chief has been doing. Mostly because it doesn't matter at this point. But when it comes down to it, nearly half of Gaza. I'm sure that's supposed to be Holmes. Get a copy editor, The Hill, please. But nearly in half of Gaza's homes have been destroyed, damaged by the Israel-Hamas conflict. Well, that's not a good thing, but at the same time, I really have no dog in this fight. I don't really believe that U.S. involvement on either side beyond weapons proliferation because, well, I do believe in selling goods. Also, Hamas is kind of a terrorist group that I really don't like. They did kill Americans, but I'm not all in on the let's go to total war with Iran thing right now. Especially given the state of the country that we live in and how various news sources are making fun of Donald Trump for a zero tolerance for illegal immigrants plan, which I kind of support. Just saying, you gotta secure your own borders before you can secure somebody else's borders. And I'm literally just tired of paying billions of dollars to foreign countries' wars instead of fixing our country's woes. But enough tangents. I stand with Ukraine. Wait, hold on. I stand with Rhodesia because we stand with Rhodesia. Beyond that, Israel released a report that about 45%, misleading topic, about 45% of homes in the Gaza Strip have been destroyed by the Israel-Hamas conflict. Now, given most of the sources I've read have stated that it was Israelis, but given how fast these sources tend to put out news and agree with Hamas, not so sure on that. There's a lot of people that have died, and given I don't have a dog in this fight, I will state that Palestine has had several opportunities to join the table for a two-state solution. I don't remember all the dates off the top of my head. I know I'm supposed to be the world's greatest history buff, but I can remember a gun's production date better than I can remember this conflict because it's been going on for the last... When was 1936 again? Anyways, that being said, I do believe that we do need to work towards a solution that involves peace. Because I am fucking tired of this dog and pony show of a death camp going on. And I'm not going to blame the Israelites or the Palestinians. I'm going to blame both. How about that? We blame both. They're both shitty people with shitty governments. I'm so sick of this shit. There has to be a solution in which there could be ceasefire. But right now, I look at Twitter and I see leftist Americans and get this, neo-Nazis chanting from the river to the sea. That is the takeaway I have on this. That is why I don't give a fuck, because moderates seem to be, oh, well, we need to support Israel. They're our greatest ally. Meanwhile, both extremes, both the extreme left and the extreme right, are supporting Palestine. What the fuck, brah? What the fuck? But no, I have no anything in this. But at least 10,000 or non-residential buildings have also been hit. At least 3 churches, 66 mosques have been damaged in the wake of Israel's airstrikes. Almost 300 educational facilities have been damaged, and 120 health facilities have been attacked. Now, now this all sounds really fucking bad. It absolutely sounds really fucking bad until you actually know one thing about Hamas. Hamas likes to attack from residential, educational, medical, etc. facilities. And a lot of people I've seen on Twitter that don't understand how this conflict brews is screaming, well, that's against the Geneva Convention. One thing about the Geneva Convention is the moment that a hospital is used to make arms or used to fire arms, it is considered a military site. Because Hamas does this in hospitals and stuff to make the negative news. Again, I don't really support either side. I stand with Rhodesia on this. Literally. Anyways. Excuse me. It's terrible conflict. I'm tired of seeing human suffering, but until we learn something new, this is just going to keep doing. There are nearly 1.5 million displaced residents, which makes up 65% of Gaza's population. Wow. Shouldn't back Hamas. Again, not really involved, but I'll be doing the timeline of this eventually. I'm just waiting for it to stabilize a little bit, you know? Well, this is just hot off the wire, and absolutely sorry I was going to talk about something else, but breaking news is breaking news, apparently, at the time of recording this. Florida teacher fired for using the gender neutral honorific MX. Now, please note, I really don't give a fuck about this gender shit. I live with. I live with me, myself, an intersex person, and another intersex person with two different conditions. I have a messed up endocrine system, and, well, the other one's closer to KF. You'll be meeting her on stream sooner or later. Or him. Doesn't really matter. Because gender is a messed up ideology anyway that ranges from stupidity to downright insanity. And before this ideology was even made a thing, gender referred to usage of words, the engenderment of language. But, anyways, let's read this highly, probably socially filtered progressive news piece from NBC6 South Florida. If you can't tell, I really don't like NBC. Florida teacher filed a complaint against their former employer after being fired using the gender neutral honorific MX or mix instead of Miss or Mr. in emails and other school communications. I don't really give a shit. That's the sad part about this. But I guarantee you, there is somebody out there that will be screaming in my, well, you should give a shit. I don't. I really fucking can't. The teacher, who uses the name Averi over their legal name, taught high school science at Florida Virtual School, an online public school, until October 24th. Very filed a complaint Wednesday with the Florida Commission on Human Resources. Okay, so look, again, I really don't give much of a shit about what's going on with this shit, other than the fact that people are people. They deserve respect as long as they're not shitty people. I don't really give a shit if somebody's trans, non binary, or what have you. Hell, most of the time, it's just easier to go, okay, MB, okay this, okay that. I don't really give a shit. I try to remember. I will not always remember. Um, I'm also hot seating Sib in the other room. Don't worry about it. Anyways, when it comes down to it, I just literally can't find myself caring that much, other than the fact that unless they were sexually indoctrinating children, being fired over the use of an honorific and a non binary name is kind of retarded. In fact, my name is actually non binary. Jackiu is the non binary version of Jackie. If nobody's figured that out yet, because certain reasons. And yeah, I'm not gonna go completely ham in this. I understand where they're coming from and why they're doing this shit, but at the same time, if the teacher is legitimately teaching science, or they're not indoctrinating kids with the ideology of cancer, the transgressive ideology of, well, people who are slightly more to the right than I am. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Vosh. I'm looking at you, Destiny. Most people don't even realize that I'm actually a leftist. I just have a fucking level head. Yeah, volunteerism and all that shit. It's great. But beyond that, when it comes down to it, I think it's kind of a waste. Doesn't make sense. And the people that are indoctrinating kids into the sex cult ideology, because that is what it is a sex cult ideology. Um, yeah, you should not be in school. But as for firing somebody over an honorific, I don't really give a shit. I think they shouldn't have been fired for that, but you know, I'll keep my eyes on this as more news comes out. Addendum, I looked over the Gateway Bandit version of this, which a bit more right than I'm normally fine with, but it's just one of those things, like, even they don't have all the information on the story, so I just wanted to get it out there. Although the comments down below, there are only two genders, and that is male and female. I'm not 100% sure about that anymore. Like I said, gender refers to language traditionally, and gender ideology has completely fucked with the English language. Yeah, people are retarded. Jackie Stats 2023. So, I'm going to end this video by reminding you people, please use the links down below to help support me and my friends, colleagues, etc. It helps out. It helps us build this new place, this new foundling idea that's planning on taking on the rest of the world, not via assault, but via actually creating wonderful and amazing things. Uh, beyond that, beyond that, I will be releasing a new stream schedule, a new video schedule, and some completely different things and takes that are going on in my life. Because we're going to push this into overdrive for the first time ever, now that I'm not constantly exhausted. Yeah, I'm returning to 6 hour sleeping nights, but at least it's actually in rhythm with my circadian rhythm. Um, but yeah, I'm back. Love you guys, absolutely mean it. And as always, Rhodesia. Bye.